Amen. My dudes, you can have a seat. Good times. So good to see you all. And what a treat for us to have our young dudes in with us today. Always a treat. We love the next generation at this church. And it's fun that we get to do everything together today, which is a treat. And it is going to be a treat because, friends, the moment has finally arrived. The moment that you have all been waiting for all year, and that is Crooksy's New Year Bingo. And for those of you who are new to Rehope Southside within the last year, or if you are the kind of dude who normally prefers a little cheeky long lie on the Sunday in between Christmas and Hogmanay, I'm glad you're here, and what a treat for you. Here's the deal. If you follow the link in the bio of our Instagram account, so go there right now, click on the little link, and there's one that says Crooksy's New Year Bingo. It should give you a custom bingo card, and that bingo card will contain things that I am going to say, or things that I am going to do, or maybe some things that are going to appear up on the screen. If I do something or say something, or you see something that is on your little bingo card, then you just need to tap it and mark it off, good to go. And I'm not seeing super confused faces, so I'm hoping that this is working so far. Are we good? We're good, we've got it? Yeah, great. Some people are nodding. If you're not nodding yet, get going and you'll catch up. So you can see that the middle little square just says Crooksy's New Year Bingo. That's a little freebie for you. You can tap that just now and mark that one off already. And if you are not an Instagram person, but you've got a browser on your phone, just head up instagram.com/Southside, and you can get into it all there. I would hate to leave anybody out. We are playing primary school rules, which is it's not just a row or a diagonal or whatever. You've got to fill the whole board to get bingo. That's the way primary school bingo works. And when you fill your whole board, it is your job to shout bingo as loud as you can. Interrupt me, please, and then you can come up to the stage to claim your prize. Prizes are important, of course. And just so you know, the game starts right now. But we can't start without the prizes. So here are our prizes. Oh, and I should say that I did resist the urge to just empty our lost and found basket as prizes, just as well for you, or everybody would be winning a water bottle today. My goodness, you guys, and you're leaving your water bottles at church. Take your water bottles home, please. If you don't know, the lost and found basket is out in the lobby. We will give you a moment after the service to see if you can be reunited with your long-lost water bottle. There's also a couple of Bibles in there. No judgment here, but if your long-lost Bible is in there too, you might need it. The rest of the prizes, though, here they come. We've got prizes for kids. We've got prizes for grown-ups. Oh, don't spill them. We've got prizes that you can eat. We've got prizes that you can smell. We've got prizes that you can wear. I have got a Panettone collection. Ooh, classic chocolate, limoncello cream, salted caramel, and pistachio cream. And you get them all. Yo, let's go, baby. The stroopwafels are ending here soon, but you can take your own little stroopwafel packet home and have church coffee every day. I have got some, what is this? I have got some Waitrose chocolates. Waitrose, you guys. Hey, don't say I don't love you. We got Waitrose chocolate Santas. I have also got, what is this? A posture improver kit. Yeah, I decided I didn't need that, so you can have it if you want. I've got some reindeer and love heart socks. Cute. We love new socks for Christmas. I have got a neroli and mandarin and rosemary oil reed diffuser guy made by the wonderful Jamie Crooks. She is great. I've got some lint. Lint, my dudes. Yo. Lint crispy bites in the shape of little cutie teddy bears, cutie boys. Great, those are there. You're quite tall, so maybe you might need to move to the back. I've got a selection box, which looks like it's got a little bit bashed and a little bit open. I promise they're all still there. I didn't have a secret, sneaky car snack. That's not my game. I have got a lip balm trio. If you've got, What's a scent? Scents are, oh wait, there's a honey lip balm, and honey is naturally antibacterial, so that'd be really good for you as well. There's a blackberry lip scrub. Hey, let's go. And an elderflower lip balm. You could probably just put on a wee bit of each. They sound like they would go together, to be fair. So, yep, you can have that. That's good for you. I've got ping pong balls. Nope, bath bombs. Bath fizzers. Little snowman bath fizzers. Cute, 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 cute. Some more little, like, chocolatey, Christmassy lollipop guys. Love those. A bag of leftover Christmas vegetables, which are actually chocolate, which are the best kind of vegetables. Don't tell Megan I said that. And these guys are little, like, cutie gingerbread men in a little cutie gingerbread tin, which you could probably just hang on your Christmas tree next year as well. 2 for 1. Yo, let's go. There's also a bonus candle in here. We haven't burned it. It's just, yeah. Jamie's already cringing. This is going great so far. We're having fun, everyone. It's fun, and it is fun. This year has been fun. This has been a big year for Rehope Southside. And I know I already did like the Rehope Spotify Wrapped thing, but that was only like half serious. And I want to be properly serious because this has been a big year. It's been one of those like coming of age years for us. And among the big deal things that have happened here and that God has done here this year, I want to highlight 4 of them real quick. The first is that like this year has been a like sending and planting year, which is fun. Like we've come of age, like we're not just the like church plant anymore, like clearly not. Like we're able to send people, and planting Rehope Motherwell out of Rehope Southside feels like a really big deal. Last year, after Chelsea, who's going to be the lead pastor there, after she was teaching at Advent on peace, Riley and Jamie and I were on the car on the way home in the party bus, as we like to call it, and I predicted / prophesied that she was going to be the next Rehope lead pastor. And I didn't think it was going to come so soon, but hey, I'm not always right. But I'm glad to be right about something like this. This is a good one. And to be fair, we didn't invent Chelsea Williams. She's just plug and play, wondrous as you can get. But it's fun to have like played the little part that we have done in the journey that God is taking her on and the journey that God is taking Rehope Church on. So fun. And I mean, in addition to that, in addition to our like perma YWAMers and our like semi-permanent YWAMers, we have been able to send out Duncan and Kelsey on YWAM, like one of our most important worship dudes, and one of our elders went on YWAM. Full thing, dude. People don't listen to me, Joe. I already said that. People watching on the stream are just like, what is going on in this church? Anyway, Duncan and Kelsey came back for a minute, then went out again to their new assignment at the West End. And I love how like we are able to contribute to the health of Rehope Church more widely, sending and planting, coming of age, big time stuff. And we have sent people out, but we have welcomed a lot of people in. And fill it again is a prayer that Brian has been praying for all Rehope locations for a hot minute. And we have seen that like across our locations, but for here, for sure. And it's just like really fun. And filling it again has involved creating more space. And we've moved the sound desk up into the balcony. The old sound desk is not long for this world. Rest in peace. Sound desk, well done, good and faithful servant, enter your Father's rest. It will be demolished very soon. And if you're not so good at building things, but you do like smashing things, I would like to hear from you because I reckon I could have a really fun job for you in the new year. It's going to be good. We did take the pipe out from the middle, and like that's such a big deal. Creating more space for more dudes, culminating in 203 people at our service on December 15th, which feels like such a big milestone. And like numbers aren't everything, but that feels like a big milestone. And in the like busyness of Christmas, I kind of forgot that the 15th of December this year was like to the day, like 3 years since Jamie and I moved home from America. And that kind of felt like a really like, just like a nice moment of like sync up there, like really like fun things going on. Good times. And my third one is a kind of like a changing of the guard. Kind of. I know that we all love change. so much. But I kind of do. More than I love change, I like what comes along with change, that change stops us from getting stagnant. And this year, like, we have been dynamic and made changes that we've seen, like, really help the church. And it's not so much been a changing of the guard in, like, leadership-y terms, but more like a strengthening of the guards, you know, like seeing Rachel and Angela come in to lead our prayer ministry teams has been such a boost. We hired Megan, and she is great. Megan is great. As our kids pastor, we've got Crescendo on the rep. We're so thankful for Kim, our preschool pastor, so great. And all the positive change coming from that. And things that, like, aren't so much change, but just like building and strengthening. Like, I see your guys' like renewed and like building hunger for Bible read-through in this past season, and I love it. And the way that pastoral care has kicked in this year is like just good. I kind of do love change, as long as it's on my terms, of course. But I'm glad that we're not scared of change. And I'm glad that we're able to roll with the punches and be dynamic and see the good things that can come through change and like positive impact across the board. And I love that. And the last one is fiscal viability. My dudes, 2 years ago during 40 Days of Answered Prayer, on one of these little prayer cards that we give out during 40 Days of Answered Prayer, I typoed fiscal viability and wrote viscal viability, and I wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. Cringe. Let me put each one of my typos on a chair for you to take home forever. 2 years ago, we couldn't even spell fiscal viability, and now we are it. I love it. Dude, I'm so glad you're excited for that. Love that. My dude knows when joy's in the house. So fun. We're ready to push forward now that we are fiscally viable. And in another 4 years, when we have paid off our mortgage on this place, it is going to be time to push forward again. It's going to be a whole new world. A dazzling place I never knew. Anyway, going to be great. You know I love a good old gush. You know it, and I'm not going to make any apologies for that. My dudes, it's a treat to lead this church. I love it. I love it so much. I love my job. I love this church, and I love you. And I love that we get to be a part of this thing together as we meet with God all the time. I love it. But I keep thinking, what if there was more, though? Do you know, should we just be happy with the good things that God has done? Or should that leave us with a hunger and a desire for more from a good God who gives more good things? So today we're going to talk about more. And I've got a little story for you. It's a story about Elisha. Here he is. And some things that we know about Elisha from the way that the Bible introduces him to us. Well, we know that he is bald, and we're not going to mention it. Though, and not that there's anything wrong with being bald, it just seems that Elisha hasn't really got the whole like body positive memo thing yet, and he's just like, he's kind of sensitive. He's kind of sensitive about it, so we'll just be cool. We're not going to mention it. And when I say he's kind of sensitive about it, I mean, yikes. Like, my dude is sensitive about it, right? He's going to set the bears on you if you make fun of his baldness. Yikes. Dude has got like a little bit of sensitivity going on, but it's fine. He is a good dude. He used to work with this guy called Elijah, and they were buddies. Elijah was a total boss, and he was Elisha's boss. And then God took him up to heaven in a whirlwind. And we're like, what? I mean, okay, that happened. But I guess now Elisha is the boss. And that's good because he's kind of a big deal. And he kind of has a big deal job. He is a prophet. And as part of his propheting, he's getting into all of the mix with all these kings and stuff. And like all their like battles and fights and wars and squabbles that kings love to do. Do you know what I mean? Like kings is kinging. Do you know what I mean? But like this one king of Judah wants his advice and is ready to listen. But the king of Israel, he's not so much with the wanting God's advice thing. So he's not really ready to listen. But Elisha gives them the word of the Lord about this war and this battle that they're going to go and do. And that's how the Bible introduces us to Elisha. He is an important dude, and he's a prophet, and he is not here to be messed around with, or he'll kill you with a bear. Elisha wasn't the only prophet, though. There were other, like in those days, there were other kind of like prophet-y guys. Things had been rough for the prophets in that last little season, but they're kind of starting to get back in the game. And there are these guys who kind of help with all like the prophet-y stuff. They're not quite prophets themselves, but it's not like they're at prophet school, but it kind of is like that, but it's not really like that, but it's kind of like that, but it's not really like that, but it's kind of like that, but it's not really like that. But anyway, these people are like learning from the prophets and helping the prophets, and those people are called the sons of the prophets, and that's just what they call themselves. They're not actually the prophets' actual kids. They're like, you're not my real dad, but please teach me how to be a prophet. And already, let's go. Get up here, claim your prize. Come on. Yeah. Come on. You get the whole, you can choose whatever you want. Like you can get the lip balms. I know what I would choose if I were you. Let's go. Well done. Right. One more rule that I forgot to say is that we're just going to, like, even though you weren't first up to the prize table, there's loads here. We're just going to keep playing until the end of the story or until the end of the prizes, whichever comes first. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Elisha and the sons of the prophets. So, one day, Elisha gets some really sad news. Something really bad had happened, and a lassie who was married to one of the sons of the prophets came to Elisha and told him that her husband had died. And that is sad, but it gets worse. Because they owed a bunch of dudes, like a bunch of money. And I guess, like, if your full-time gig is being like an apprentice prophet, that's not exactly a money spinner. And it looks like they had to borrow a bunch of money for their family just to make things work in their lives. And now that he is gone, they have no money. They are completely stuck. They are in big trouble. And this lassie goes to Elisha because she is worried that when those dudes come to get their money and they have none, that those dudes are going to take her kids away and enslave them. And that is not okay, like not even a little bit okay. And Elisha needs to come up with a plan. So he has a think, and he's like, well, have you got anything in your house that you can sell? And like, I can give you Sarah George's number. Like, she is the Vinted maestra, and she can help you out. Like, she went on holiday with all the money that she made off Vinted. But I don't think even Sarah George's, like, S-tier Vinted game is going to save these dudes. Like, they have nothing. They are broke, and they are stuck. We're not going to joke about this, though. Like, these dudes had nothing. And when Elisha asked the lassie if she had anything at home, she said that the only thing that they had was a jar of olive oil. Like, that's not enough to sell, to save your kids. That's not enough so that you have food and, like, to survive. That's not enough of anything. They had nothing. They were broke. They were stuck. The only thing that they had was a jar of olive oil. Well, the Bible just says oil. I'm assuming that it was olive oil because I am, like white, and I'm unaware of any other types of oil, but that's fine. I hear there are other types of oil, but I'm assuming that it's olive oil, but whatever way, it's not enough. They need more. Do you know they need more? And Elisha needs to come up with a plan, and he does. Here's what he tells the lassie to do. He says, borrow as many empty jars as you can from your friends and neighbors. Like, as many as you can. That's what it says in the New Living Translation that we usually read from, but the Christian Standard Bible adds, do not just get a few. Like, we're talking as many as you can. We're not really seeing how this is going to help exactly so far, because like, we're borrowing the jars. Like, we're going to give those jars back. We're not taking the jars. We're not selling the jars. We're not getting money from the jars. We're borrowing some jars. Okay, cool. And then the plan is that we're going to pour the little bit of oil that she already has into the jars. And like, this plan isn't exactly making sense either, because like, I'm no scientist. What? A whole herd of bingo. Sweet, come up, claim your prize. And the bingo back here. Get up here, get up here, get up here, get up. Wow, look at this. It's because I only got 30 free bingo cards. So there's a few dupes. Come up and get your prize. What prizes do you want? Hannah, come right the way up here so you can see better. Oh, Versace's going straight in. Look at these. Kindness is not over at Christmas, girls. Come on, look at the kids. Oh, the lollies. Yum. Good choices. Sweet. Well done. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Pour in oil. So if you take some oil and pour it into a different jar, you still only got a little bit of oil. If you pour a little drop of oil into each jar that you've got, you still only got a little bit of oil. You probably even have less because, like, you might spill some, or there's always like a little drop left in the bottle, and like oil is kind of sticky like that, viscous, I guess. I don't know. I still don't know science. But if you pour oil into all these jars, like what? Like what? But the instruction is, borrow as many jars as you can. Do not just get a few. Go into your house, shut the door, and just start pouring. So they got all their jars. They went to every neighbor and friend they could find, and dudes showed out for them. They got so many empty jars. And they went into their house and they shut the door and they just started pouring. And when one jar was full, they set it aside and they got another one. And they had a really good system going where, like, mom poured the oil and the kids kept bringing her jars. And when she was ready, she asked for another one and they took that one away and then brought a new one. And then she poured that. And when it was full, they took that one away and they brought... Hey, Daniel, get up here, my man. I'm going to keep talking. They just filled it and filled it and filled it and filled it again. Like the oil just kept going and going and going. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? It's because all the grown-ups took all the kids' prizes, Daniel. Like, what did you get? Chocolate. Kids, good luck for you with the adult-sized socks. Anyway, they're filling up the jars and filling up the jars, filling up the jars. And they're thinking that the oil is going to run out. Way, come on up. At least we've got some prizes that are suitable. I'm just going to sass all day. I came to this church for the first time and they made me come to the front. I appreciate you, my dudes. I appreciate you. They thought they were going to run out of oil. And instead, they ran out of jars. They just keep filling and filling and filling. Mom says, bring me the next one. And they were like, there isn't another one. God had given them an infinite oil glitch. Let's go. Come on up. It's like a race to the front now. It's like Boxing Day. Bath bomb time. Great. Well, I got anything else? Anything else? We're nearly at the end, so it's fine. They thought they were going to run out of oil, but they ran out of prizes. They ran out of jars. They ran out of jars. And that's amazing. Amazing. So, and that's where the plan stopped. Like, it was just go into your house, shut the door, and start filling jars. So the lassie heads out, and she finds Alicia, and she's just like, yo, Alicia, look at all this oil we've got. There is so much of it. And he was like, girl, yes, get it. Like, you need to get out there, sell that oil, and pay off all your debt. Give the, bad guys the money, and then you can live off whatever money is left. And you can buy you and your son's food with whatever money is left. And she didn't just get something. She just didn't get, the bad guys off her case. She got what she needed and then more. And I love that. And it just inspires me to think, I'm going to ask God for more because he can do more. God can do more for us. And church is a bop right now, do you know what I mean? But just because it's fun around here and we can see God's hand at work and him doing great things doesn't mean that he doesn't have more for us. And it doesn't mean that we should stop asking. Because, bingo. Sad. Have we ever run out of prizes before? I don't think so. What? You'll take a Christmas decoration? I can give you a gift bag. Oh my gosh. Just because things are going well doesn't mean that we should stop asking God for things. Doesn't mean that we should stop asking God for more. And he's got even more to give. But I know that sometimes when we're asking for stuff, especially if we've got stuff already and we're asking for stuff, it can feel like we're just being a bit greedy, like we're going up and be like, please God, can I have some more? And he's like, more? No, no. But it's not like that. It's not like that. He has more to give. We shouldn't feel greedy. And anyway, that's not what it was like in this story. That's not the thing that we are learning. It's not like a lassie was like, yo, I have so many jars and so much oil, but I want more. It's not like she was thinking, I've got so much money and I want even more. She needed God to show up for her. She needed help. And it was serious. It was mad serious. And maybe that's more relatable to you. Maybe you know that there's stuff going on in your life just now that you think, I need God to show up for me. This is serious. And I need his help. And maybe if there's been something that's been going on, it's kind of been in a little cycle, kind of like we talked about a few weeks ago. And you have to try and open your heart up again to hope, knowing that there might be disappointment that comes again. And maybe, I know when I find myself in that zone that, you're hoping for this thing, and then next time you open your heart up to hope, you maybe have set your expectations just a little bit lower. And then it's a little bit lower again. And then it's a little bit lower again. And it's just God, I'll just make do. I don't know. But that's not what we want to learn from this story and for this lassie. We want to keep our hopes high and ask God for more. Even, and actually especially when things are serious. We can ask God for more. And there's three things in this story that the lassie does that I think would be really good for us to carry into 2025. And the first one, she goes to God for help. She goes to the man of God for help, but she goes to God for help. And that's just a good idea because, duh, it's just a good idea. God is class and we can go to him for help. But she does also go to Alicia for help. She goes to a person for help. And God brings us people, friends and our family and our mums and all of that stuff. God gives us people who can help us with the things that we need help with. And we can go to them too, and they can help us too. And also, then she does what she's told to do. And she opens her heart up to trust, even though the plan doesn't particularly make very much sense at the start, and even though she didn't know what was going to happen. She asked God for help, she asked people for help, and she did what God had for her. And she got more than she was hoping for, even better. And if we do that, I wonder what more is going to look like for us as a church or for us as individuals as we step into 2025. Be good. We can ask God for more. He's got more to give. I've got a wee challenge or two for you this morning. The first one is maybe you just need a little boost. Oh, whoops, I forgot to type it. We can take that one down. If you just need a little boost in this time, ask God for help. Think of who you can ask for help and ask them. And then as you're just as you're praying, as you're reading your Bible, as you're talking to people, and you think this is what God wants me to do, just do it and trust quickly. And before the service today, we had a little bit of time where we were praying, and I felt God saying that sometimes we can overthink things, we hear a story from the Bible, or someone's talking to us, or we hear something from the Lord when we're praying, and we think, oh, there must be some deeper meaning because that thing seems too obvious. That thing that I feel like I should do seems too obvious. There must be something like harder. God wouldn't make it this easy. And God is saying, like, when you know what it is you have to do, trust quickly, be obedient, and do it quickly because there's good things for you and there's more for you. So ask God, ask people, and then do what God has for you. And our second challenge today is just to have a great Hogmanay. I hope you have the best time. I hope the fun rolls in. And I hope that 2025 is a year of blessing for you when God brings you more than you hope for, even more than you ask for. We are going to...